Welcome to Mamahood After Trauma, where we stop pretending and heal out loud. I'm Emily Cleghorn, trauma survivor, cycle breaker, and mama rebuilding from the inside out. If you're ready to break cycles, trust yourself again, and rise without shame, you're in the right place. Let's go. Before we dive in, I want to introduce you to something brand new. If you love the podcast and want a deeper connection to your healing, check out the monthly Peace Pack, a small trauma-informed tool delivered each month straight to your mailbox to help you find calm in the everyday. You'll also get access to our private Patreon community where mamas like you can share, support, and learn together. Sign up with the link in the show notes. Hey there, mama. Today, I want to get really honest with you, as if I haven't already. But today, we're really getting into it because there are a lot of things I have tried when I was struggling with my reactions that did not help at all. And I kept trying them anyway because I thought the problem was me. That if it wasn't working, I just wasn't doing it right or wasn't trying hard enough. But that wasn't true. So today, I want to share what actually made a difference and what didn't. Because I'm guessing that you may find this incredibly helpful on your journey. And that's why we're here, right? That's why I show up and do the Mamahood After Trauma podcast every single week. So let's start here because this matters. These are the things that didn't help. Okay. So forcing myself to stay calm, telling myself to just be patient, or ignoring how overwhelmed I really was. Trying to be the quote unquote perfect mom and pushing through when I was already at capacity. None of that helped. And if we're being really honest, it just made everything build up until it came out anyway. And let's be honest, usually bigger, usually louder, and usually with more guilt after. That guilt spiral was bigger. So here's the shift I want to offer you today. Because suppressing your reactions is not the same as regulating them, and I didn't know that for a long time. That suppressing my reactions was not the same as regulating them. So here's what actually started to shift for me. And I'll be real with you, it wasn't overnight, but it did happen over time. Noticing my triggers earlier, not when I was already overwhelmed, but when I was starting to feel it build. Reducing overwhelm before it exploded. Looking at things like noise, or transitions or lack of rest or thirst or hunger, or there's all kinds of contributing factors that go into your overwhelm. And realizing that those weren't small things. Okay. They were stacking on one another, just like dominoes, just like a house of cards. Giving myself permission to step away before I snapped. This is not because I was a failure, but as a way to support myself. Now, mind you, I made sure that my kids were safe. They weren't going to get into anything that was going to hurt them. They weren't going to fall off of a couch or something. They were safe. And I could step away before I absolutely lost it. Learning how to repair after instead of trying to avoid ever messing up. Because you know what? I still mess up. But what I did after changed. I still have bad days. I still get triggered. But what I do afterwards changed. The biggest shift wasn't becoming perfectly calm. It was becoming more aware. And here's the thing. I really, really, really want you to hear today. If you take anything from this episode, I hope it is this. I didn't become a calm mom overnight. I became a more aware one over time. And that awareness gave me choices that I didn't have before. And this is the work we do inside of my book, Breaking Free. And a few of my other programs as well. Not trying to turn you into a perfectly regulated mom. You're human. But helping you to understand your patterns so that you can respond differently over time. Because change doesn't come from pressure. It comes from understanding. If you've been trying everything, I mean absolutely everything, and you still feel like you're stuck, it does not mean that nothing will work for you or that you're beyond repair. It just means you haven't given the right approach a try yet. And there is a way forward, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Mama, if nobody has told you this yet today or this week, I am so proud of you for showing up and for doing the work that you need to do to be the best you and the best mama you can be. Until next time, mend the past so you can mama in peace. Thanks for listening to Mamahood After Trauma. Take one insight from today, breathe, reflect, and keep healing out loud. Subscribe to the podcast for more stories, tools, and support. And remember, Mama, you're breaking cycles and rising with honesty. Until next time, mend the past so you can mama in peace.